Hi everyone, Mr. Peabody again. I'm going to talk to you about an advert that they've been plastering on RTVs here in Perth. It's probably covers Western Australia, but it's mainly Perth in Western Australia. Now I understand problems are throughout the world, and this is nothing new, and it probably happens everywhere. But I'm just going to talk to you about Perth, because this is what I'm looking at. So don't get me wrong, I realise that there's other stuff happening, but I'm going to concentrate on what's happening here. Now we get this advert that comes on and talks about where we get our water from. And it says in 1960 our water supply was purely rainwater. Right, in 1960. And through climate change and global warming, now that water supply is not enough. We're not getting enough rainwater. And so this is the statement they're making in the advert. Right, so now we have desalinization plants and other things where we filter the water and put it back into the groundwater and do things like that. So we keep the water table up. And every year, no matter how much rain we get, every year we have water restrictions, which I think's fine. I don't mind that. It doesn't bother me that much. But this is the problem I have. Okay? So they're mainly talking about Perth and the way we use our water, and they're talking about climate change, and now the rainwater is not enough. Okay, I'm just going to pull a few pieces off their argument. Okay, the rainwater's not enough. No, the rainwater's not enough. Right? What you need to understand about Perth's water supply is it's not just for Perth. Okay? One of the things we have, which goes right across the state, is called the Golden Pipeline. Okay, that's where Perth's water reserves feed all country towns going west. Going east. Okay, including Kalgoorlie. All right, so water gets pumped from Perth right across the state through all the smaller towns and up to Kalgoorlie. All right, so Perth's water supply is not just for Perth. All right, so don't come up to me and say, in 1960, the rainwater was enough to feed. It was enough for Perth. Okay, well, yeah, it probably was, but now we're pumping our water across the state. Okay, which is fine. You know, if they can't gather water up there, fine. Let Perth take care of it, but don't blame it on climate change. Okay, because Perth's water supply is not just for Perth. Okay, and I'm sure this happens all around the world where a major city or something will have its own water supply, and it pumps water out to other places. Okay, now as those places grow, they have to pump more water, right? Not to mention the fact we feed farms as well. But that's just one little thing I come across. But I'm like, let's have a look at the population of Perth in 1960. All right, now I've got it listed here. All right. The population of Perth, you know, I'm talking mainly just Perth, okay, in 1960 was 409,131 people. Okay? So 409,131 people in 1960, the rainwater was plenty. Okay? And that's now they're saying climate change and everything like that, was it? Well, how about increase in population? Don't you think that might have a little bit to do with how much water we have? Right? Do you want to know the population, the rough population, because obviously it fluctuates and everything like that, but at this current time, we roughly take in Perth, 1,000 people a week. Okay, so there's 1,000 more people every week, roughly, you know, on average. Okay, the population of Perth now, right, in 2019, I'm going straight off this stat, okay, I'm not doctor, I'm going to read it straight off the board, is 2,016,415 people. Okay? So we've pretty much times, since 1960, we've times the population by 5, right? I think that might have a bit of a dramatic effect on how much water we can use. Okay? Plus, plus they made the pipeline and they're piping it out across the state. But they still come back to the climate change thing. Okay, look, I understand that pollution's a problem. I understand that, right? And I understand that the climate does go up and down, right? Throughout history, it's gone up and down, right? And they show us this this hockey stick graph where, oh, well, look at this. The temperature was this and this and this, and now all of a sudden it's going like this. Yes, well, go back an extra 20,000 years, and you'll see that the temperature was actually much higher than it is today. All right, it started really, really high. Then it dropped down, it plateaued, and now the temperature's going back up. All right, and forget about the ice age and stuff like that. The fact is, the climate of the Earth changes. And yes, pollution does need to be addressed, especially the plastics and the emissions that go into the atmosphere. Yes, that needs to be addressed. I understand that. But pollution is not the only reason for climate change. All right, the Earth does it all by itself. So I'm not dismissing climate change. I'm just saying that stop blaming everything on the people, and then saying it's our fault. Well, we didn't say, hey man, I think we need a couple of million people here. I've got nothing against people moving, but then to blame it on climate change and say we need to be more, wary about the stuff, is like, I understand, but you're going from you're actually giving us a date of 1960 on the commercial and saying nowadays we don't have enough water. Of course we don't. Anyway, that's my little gripe, and I'm sure I've said things wrong. If I have, go ahead, correct me in the comments. If I need to be slapped up the side of the head, slap me up the side of the head. But I'm just sick of just seeing this crap, and all they're giving you is part of the picture, right? There's a whole lot of other factors, I'll give you a slight example. If you put one person in a room, say the room is, I don't know, 10 feet by 10 feet. You put one person in that room, they're fine. As soon as you put 50 people in that room, it's going to get pretty hot and bothered, and you're going to start to run out of air. Okay? So, just a thought, as soon as your population goes up, things start to happen. And don't even get me started on traffic. Anyway, that's my little buzz for the day. See ya. Take care.